Hi guys, your boy Pritham here, and it's my first day of solo traveling in Asia. I'm in Bangkok. I slept pretty good last night. I mean, it's a 7-hour time difference from London. I got here super late after nearly 23 hours of traveling, which was absolute madness. It was 2 flights, a lot of waiting at Singapore airport, but that's a decent airport to wait. They've got a waterfall and an excellent food court, but I ate about 5 meals yesterday. So during travels, my diet goes out the window, so I'm not feeling or looking that great, but it's 7:30 p.m. here now in Bangkok. It's warm, it's about 32 degrees, it's humid, so I've just got a shirt and shorts on, and I'm gonna see where the adventure takes us. So far, I'm in a really nice hostel, which is in the old town in Bangkok. It's very near the Golden Temple and the River Pier. I came to the Golden Temple years ago when I came to Bangkok last time. And it's very busy and very touristy. So that's not high on the priority list, but we're very near a really recommended pad thai place called Thip Samai, which I definitely want to go and do. And I also want to hi and I also definitely for tomorrow I want to go to get a Thai massage and want like a full body massage, because it's meant to be very good and it's kind of fairly cheap here, and I've never actually got one even though I've been to Bangkok before, so I'm really excited. Yeah, I'm not quite sure still what I'm doing here or how long. I mean, I know I want to be in Bangkok for not super long. I don't love big cities, I want to go to the beach, so I'm going to do maybe 2 or 3 nights here and then fly to Hat Yai to get on a ferry to go to Koh Lipe. Just heard amazing things about Koh Lipe Island. It's meant to be so beautiful, but yeah, I've had some friends from travelers that have been from photos, it just looks excellent, and that's kind of where I want to go for 2 weeks, just to unwind, do some self-work, and kind of really get to the bottom of, you know, why I feel the way I feel. And I know I'm never going to come to a complete answer, but to just start kind of healing a bit more. And yeah, Bangkok's been great so far though. I had a good little walk around today, and let's have a fun little evening and kind of see where it takes us. Guess what I'm getting so far from Bangkok, especially down this little strip in the old town, is just loads of culture. There's obviously hawker markets and stalls that have been here for years. I had coffee this morning at a cafe that's been here since just post World War II, but you could tell it kind of had that very old school kind of style to it, but also that they really were experts at what they were doing and knew what they were doing. And that's kind of what you can't really beat, I guess. It's mainly just like excellent quality food. I mean, the street food's meant to be very, very safe here, and it's so flavorful, but also it's just been expertly done. They've been doing it for years, and they often focus on specialty dishes, so you're not going to find really, I guess, better street food anywhere else in Asia or Thailand. But I have heard good things about the street food in Chiang Mai, so I might go and check that out at some point too. I am usually a stickler for street food. If any one of you that's been following me, I was very, very, very sick last year with intestinal parasites from a trip to Costa Rica, so it's made me just pushed to kind of basically, for at least for the first kind of couple of weeks or months of this trip, at least just go and eat in really decent restaurants and kind of, you know, places that are super clean and recommended. So just as a side of caution, that's what I'm going to go and do. But Thip Samai is like a really established restaurant, but it's still pad thai, which is like the food of the people, really excellent street food. Super keen to go check it out. So hopefully there's not too much of a big queue, but for anyone who's coming to Southeast Asia and Bangkok, I've heard the hack at Thip Samai is basically to say that you're getting takeaway, because they give it to you straight away even if there's a queue, because everyone's really queuing to get into the restaurant. And there's seats just outside the restaurant on the pavement, little kind of plastic seats, and they give you a spoon and a really nice kind of tray, and you can just eat the takeaway on the street. And it's literally 2 meters outside the restaurant, and you get to save yourself a half-hour queue. So let's see if that hack works today. There it is, the world famous Thip Samai. It doesn't actually look that busy, so I'm gonna go and see What's good? What's cooking? Yeah, it's a funny one. I don't normally go for like super touristy established kind of stuff, but I know that it's meant to be really good. I've heard rave reviews, and it's still pretty local, and I'm also still a bit scared after my tummy infection, but the street food I just passed looked amazing. So maybe if I'm still feeling good, if I'm here in a few days, I'll go and try that, but I just don't want to chance it. There's also like a really nice restaurant here slash cocktail bar that I've seen. I kind of want to go in later. Let me show you. It looks really cute. It's called Typhoon Bar. So yeah, so much street food everywhere. This is Thip Samai. Oh, there is a little queue. We ask about takeaway. You can order takeaway here, pick it up here, and then just sit on this bench here. That's kind of what I'm gonna try to do. Hi, can I order a takeaway? Yeah, can I please get what's the most famous one? Pad Thai. Pardon? Pad Thai with shrimp? Yes, please. Which one? Okay, I'll take. What's the difference between this one and this one? Oh yeah, with egg, please. One. Yes, take away. Thank you. Yeah. Cup con cup.
150 baht, please.
Okay. Okay. Cup con cup. Excellent. A 15-minute wait. So I love a travel hack. Oh, this looks awesome. I've got shrimp pad thai covered in egg. I've also got a sachet of ground peanuts they're giving me, and like it looks like some bean sprouts, spring onion and lime. I'm gonna tuck into this and let you know how I feel. Yeah, that was great. I'm happily stuffed, but also it was just like a really good balance. Like the flavors were really good. It was the perfect size, and also those two shrimps in there were like really good. Slightly undercooked for my liking because I'm a bit worried about food poisoning, but it looks very clean, and that was like very tasty. Temple, look, that's called the Temple on the Hill. It's obviously a man-made hill, but it's right at the center of old Bangkok. Yeah, it's wild because I love the kind of culture that's embedded in Buddhism, and in Thailand there's like Buddhist shrines on every corner, like this, that one over there, and I think you can really tell because, for example, every time you go and buy something, whoever's taking the money will bow their head and kind of put their hands together towards you as if it's like a kind of, you know, this real graciousness and this kind of gratitude and this kind of understanding that that exchange is something kind of sacred. And that's so lost in the West. I mean, how many times when you go to pay something, like they just want to get rid of you, or they just want your money. I think it's kind of like embedded everywhere, and you can also tell in the calmness. Bangkok is a crazy city, but in pockets of it there's still this kind of real sense of stillness and calm, and I really believe that's because of Buddhism. And it's like, compared to other kind of big cities, for example in Central and South America, this is not a kind of like hate thing, but there's just like, there's a lot more of a freneticness and this kind of like busyness and this kind of like, you know, intensity, whereas like, and obviously there's pockets of intensity here, Khao San Road, but that's not obviously true Thailand. That's backpackers, and that's completely kind of, you know, built for backpackers. But just like, it's just a delight, like walking around late at night and just kind of like soaking in the vibes. And it's crazy that there's just so much calm here. Just super happy to see it. This little bridge here is so pretty. I always forget there's like the river running through the city, like all kind of major cities, and it's got a kind of European slight vibe to it. It's just very nice to walk around. The thing with Thailand is that there's such good food everywhere. This is just like bubble tea, just on the side road, but like, it all looks amazing. Look at all those different like toppings. Wow, it's amazing. This is the hostel I've been staying at. It's quite nice, it's clean. Not like the cheapest hostel, but it's like pretty decent.